Hi,
Hi.
we are back after a bit of a hiatus. It's Ascension Dimension, Lewis and Christina. It's been nice. We've taken some time to review, reflect, get our heads straight.
Yeah. Regroup.
Yeah.
It's time for regrouping and planning. Well, not planning, but yeah, planning.
So we've been putting into focus what is important to us. So fun activities, health, fitness,
Yeah.
good diet, good habits. Good habits is something I want to touch upon today, actually.
Yeah, see, when we're travelling, I'm much better at it. I have a lot of habits that I keep in for my mental health because it's really important. But Lewis's mental health is tied to your fitness activities, and when we're travelling it went out the window, didn't we? So we've decided to take the winter and implement good habits and good routine on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's funny because we're in this situation where we're kind of trying to sell the house to be able to do round the world travelling, in a van, go with the kids and it's like it's the dream. It's like
the
to
dream,
go
yeah.
and really pull ourselves out of the matrix, if you like, and go and do that adventure. Kids are a great age to do it. They'll learn so much, but it's like my habits aren't very well cemented in just yet, and the worry or the concern. And now I understand. I think the universe has said, "Nah, you're not ready to do this just yet. You need to get the habits ready in place before you go off." So whereas I'm pretty good with doing my press-ups in the morning, doing my running 2-3 times a week, what I haven't nailed down is the creative and putting down my music and getting that done and just out the door. Lots of procrastination going on there. Don't know why, because I love it.
It's so funny.
So yeah, I think that's where we are. So I'm just defining all what's important to us and how to define the process. And there's a guy called Mark Lewis. I really like the guy. He's like a nearly 50 English guy, but really really great. Well, he likes to be above average in various different sporting, like running and cycling and these Spartan races. But he's very much you got to define you got to get your habits right, and he's a big proponent of the book Atomic Habits. So I want to get hold of that.
Yes, yeah, you've mentioned that.
How to create a habit, and there's like hacks to create a habit. So to cement that habit in. So if you've got any tips on how to get habits to be firmly embedded into your psyche, then let me know.
I find it quite interesting because when I first met you, you've always been very, very good at, drilling in a routine. You had a really, really strong work ethic, but he hits it hard and fast, and then you get bored of it and stop.
When did I have work? Oh, well, yeah.
So I find that quite interesting because he's really, really good at it until he gets bored. And then the minute he gets bored, that's it, it's gone. And whereas it's kind of like consistency is really important. And with music, you don't get bored of it, you love it, but you always leave it till last when you're organising. And he's day planning, because he's day planning at the moment. The health and the sport part is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And positively, that comes out of my chunk of time that I used to spend looking for intel. And then I do that a lot less. I like to keep up to date, and I still know what's going on, but I'm not like, there's like maybe 1 or 2 groups that I'll just sort of scan through, whereas I used to spend hours upon hours.
Yeah, we just got to get that down to like an hour a day, and we'll be golden. And you could do that at night. You go to bed. That's it. So it'll still be there. It'll all still be there.
But yeah, I mean, so although I think that there's good things happening behind the scenes, I think our focus is where it needs to be in terms of our personal development, shining our light as a family, doing the best we can for the children, absolute best. I'm so proud of how they're growing and developing, getting so strong and confident.
Yeah. they're doing amazing, and not just what the best for them, but what the best for us as a family and individuals are. We're perfecting and growing and expanding and healing all at the same time, which is great, and we do it as a team, as a family unit. So it's very, very excited through everything we've been going through. December and January get very hectic for us because we've got all the festivities going on, but we've also got quite a lot of family birthdays in these months. So it's kind of just flown by. Time's sped up anyway, but it's gone ridiculously fast. But we've been still getting in our hikes. When we got back, we realised that, not that we realised, we always knew it, we were doing weekly hiking activities anyway. We were actually doing trail running a couple of times a month because my grandmother was living with us before the summer. And
you can't, it's just because the light is changing.
Okay.
So it looks good.
Right. So she's actually moved back in with us now, but she's not feeling 100%. So we can't just run off and leave the kids with her, which we have done a couple of times though, but not for exercise. But we go on our weekend hikes. It's a non-negotiable as a family. We do go every weekend. We've got friends that come with us sometimes, but now we've decided to implement the gadget side of things because we want to be able to hike wherever we are in the country or the world because we want to explore. And this is something we really like to do all together, maybe with a little bit more grumbling from the youngest. But Lewis we did one this weekend. It was really, really fun. We've got loads of footage, and we really want to get a video out, which we're gonna do. I've nailed how I want it to look. I've just got to actually make it look like that.
There's hundreds of clips. Yeah, it's me. I feel like I'm sort of leaning in more to the divine masculine kind of thing. I've not been the instigator of the hikes before. I've normally gone with someone who knows where they're going, or we've been just following the trails around the back of the house, and I kind of know we all sort of found out where they were going. And
we got lost a few times and took a few hours getting home. But luckily it was just the two of us, and we realised where not to go. But we want to do it. Yes. Everywhere.
So now I've found a way, using some tech to help. I've got the watch. I've got an Apple Watch someone gave me, and I never really thought I'd be interested in it, but I actually find it very handy for that because I use it for my tracking for the heart rate monitor when I'm running, so I can see my distance and my times. But with this hiking app, it's wicked. It's amazing.
It's fun.
Not wicked. It's amazing because I can load the map. You can find these trails, the best trails that have been voted the best for hiking near you, and then you can download it across to the watch and follow it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. So we did our first one that was actually planned out, and we did a local peak with the kids.
It was 6 hours out of the house.
It was 6 hours out of the house. I mean, we're normally out for quite a long time anyway, and we do like between 10 and 16k kilometers on a hike anyway. But this was 11 kilometers, and it was hard work because it was all the way uphill. But it just felt so amazing. It felt like a real achievement because we got to the top. So we're going to be planning. I want to be doing at least 2 or 3 of those a month. Depending on whether our friends can join us or not. We hike every weekend, but and every now and again might just be round the back. We go down the 6, as we call it, which is the which is my training of getting me down hills, which is quite interesting. So
okay, that's good.
Lewis is going to keep disappearing.
Well, because the light's changing, so I want to know the camera's changing.
Okay, so that's what we've been doing on. And obviously we've got Soul School coming up in February, so we've got an England trip coming up, which we actually have to plan and get on with, because my teleportation skills have not kicked in yet, so I'm going to have to go.
I had a quick look at the tunnel
today. All right. So, and I've been learning a new skill. So I've always been able to crochet. I've always made blankets, and over this winter season I decided I wanted to make myself a shawl, so I made myself this. And I've made loads for my family and friends. I've been just making. Yeah, I made that. Yeah. So, oh my God, my slippers on, yeah. And I've made us all hats for when we go to England because it's going to be cold. It's definitely a lot colder than it is here, so I've just got a bit of a bug. But it's really, really good because I'm here. We've done creative season with the kids. We've all been doing a little bit of learning to crochet and cross stitch and all sorts of other little craftsy bits because they really love doing arts and crafts. So I'm just full blown going into teaching them what I know because I can't teach them things I don't know. So I've been having quite a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it's something tactile. You're creating something that wasn't there before, which I think is a real quintessential part of the human experience, to create something that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And when a lot of the information that was drummed into our heads at school, I think, is coming into question at the moment.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe not the worst time to just focus on making some stuff.
Yeah, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of them. I mean, they're both doing really well. But my daughter's really taken to crochet, and I'm really proud of how well she's making things for her Barbies and stuff. But it's just so cool. She's making her own fingerless gloves at the moment because we're very worried we're going to be really cold in England, which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, we've got Soul School coming up, so working on that, which is an amazing program. I'm really excited about that. And what else we've got going on? Yeah, that's about all we've got going on. And learning how to video edit. I think that's my next big trajectory, because I do my poems, so I just stick a load of photos and I've got to get the timing right, but I haven't actually video edited yet. So Lewis is going to teach me how to video edit because we've got so much footage from the summer and from every single hike we do, and we want to start getting them out on this channel as our little adventures.
It's been a bottleneck. So we're isolating the bottlenecks, like the creation workflow bottlenecks. And for this channel in particular, one of the bottlenecks is we take loads of footage and then it sits on a phone or on a cloud somewhere and then doesn't get put into the work, because video editing workflows, it's quite involved when you've got a few cameras. So we're looking at that. Because we want to get into, we'd like to get like a GoPro or one of those DJI cameras on a stick. It's on a little gimbal thing, and to have even more footage for the walking along through our adventures that we do. But I was saying to Christina, it's even more footage. It's just I'm not buying anything else until we know that we're going to do something with the footage that we've already been taking.
He's right, and it shouldn't all fall on your shoulders either. I mean, when we've got the idea and we put it together, if you're faster at editing it, then great. But it should be a both of us process. It's not all a case of you do everything, because that kind of takes you out of it's still creative state of flow, but it takes you away from your music, which I'm very, very excited that Lewis is getting into a creative state of flow, because you finished a song,
Finished a song, yeah.
Finished
So Blessed Be, that's another one to look out for, which is like a collaboration.
Yeah.
Some channel lyrics from this one, and which I've sort of
uncheesied. That's what he's called it.
It's just like there's certain ways that I approach lyrics and certain rhymes that I try and avoid because I don't know, whatever reason.
Your musical spin has to go into it. So it's really important. And then there's another one coming out which should be finished soon. And then I think on our travels we'll try and get some video footage and do what we normally do. But you said you're going to get some demo versions of the songs done, aren't you, soon?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now, is to finish writing songs, get a demo version rather than full-on production version, and then I can go back and revisit. Maybe can even ask the viewers or subscribers, like, which one do you think's best, which one should I do next, or I don't know.
Yeah. But
I need to get through, got to blast through that bottleneck of which is currently the finishing songs. I've got many hundreds of ideas, really great guitar riffs, chord sequences, but I need to marry them up to some words and finish the song.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's the bit where I'm stuck.
Yeah, I think that's really great. Why I've channeled a few songs. I mean, I've channeled quite a few, but we've nailed it down to these 3 that have to be done. And I'm very insistent have persevered with it. So it's been doing you good to get you to sit down and just get them out. He's very good at writing songs. He's written a lot of songs for people's families' weddings and friends and stuff. So he knows how to just get on with it and write it when you want to. But it's interesting you've had to work with my lyrics and the melody, because I get given a melody as well. And then he changes that completely too. But the idea is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they come from my poems. All my poems come down as songs, but some of them I get told quite clearly it's a song Lewis must finish. So it's interesting.
So that's good. So we're really open to the universe to provide us with what we want to do. We're waiting on some movement on the sale of a house or
both,
or the business or whatever, and to move on to the adventure. But yeah, I see this time now is totally about building in the right habits, working on ourselves. We're working on ourselves all the time.
Yeah, we're a constant progress. I'm just so proud of everything. We've implemented a little bit more habits into the daily routine, especially going through the work in the courses and stuff. But very proud of how far we've come in the whole journey of being together. If you look back at what we were like when we first met, we've changed a lot.
Yeah.
But even now as parents, over the last 2 years, going through sobriety and everything, it can be quite a lonely place, but we've kept it very team effort.
Yeah.
And I think it's brought us a lot closer, which I'm really, really proud of. So, really happy at the moment, trying to keep a really cool balance. I'm actually getting up early now. I've got the message.
You did it once.
Yeah. I got up early today, alright? I got up early today. I gave up getting up early because
I'm going to put the blinds up.
we've been living in a really rushed, got to get there here, got to get there, we've got to do this, got to go to the birthday parties, got to do that. And it's been a really, there's lots of lights. It's been a really rushed state of life from when the kids were born up until a couple of years ago, when everything literally slowed down because of the gift that was being stuck at home. And it really made me focus on what was important. So I don't like getting out of bed early. So for the last 2 years, I have not got out of bed early. But I've been slowly just waking up at 8 o'clock, just waking up. It's like, oh. But I had the message when we were in England last time, towards the end of the summer, and when we got to England, that I had to start getting up early, and it was very important for my routine and for our relationship, so that the cats don't stress Lewis out every morning for their food. It's only one that stresses out for food. But anyway.
But yeah, I think we should keep this one pretty short. We're going to come back with some more structure. But even it's amazing the progress that we're making, and even some of the topics that we would have covered a few months ago, like spirituality, even our take on that has changed with these incremental changes that we're making.
Yeah, it's a interesting. That's the video that got deleted. Well, where I didn't press record, but that kind of topic is probably something I'm going to stay very clear of, because everyone's view on spirituality should be very individual. But yeah, ours changes. It's constant progress. It grows a lot, doesn't it?
But our take, or the reason for the channel is to talk about our journey.
Our journey, exactly.
So
yeah,
like the people who talk about their journey with getting to barefoot shoes.
Oh yes, that's a big journey for us, and we've got a lot more that we want to cover with regards to health and diet and stuff. Because we've been on a massive journey with our son. I mean, pretty much ever since he was born. He's going to be 10 this year. Oh. So yeah, we've got a lot that we want to cover, and we're going to get back into doing videos on a much more regular basis. We just had to get through the festive stretch.
Yeah.
And get Grandma back.
Yeah. So we get your birthday out of the way tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow.
I hit 40 back in December, so
did.
that was something.
Yeah. We did a really good job on his 40th.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah.
Don't be expecting anything like that.
No, it's not a big one. I don't want to count years anymore. I'm done. I'm actually picking a year that I'm sticking with, and that's it. I'm not getting any older. I've decided. it's a trap. And I'm just gonna carry on living in state of flow. It's very, very clear. I've been doing a lot of work on myself, a lot of connecting. Had a quantum healing session, which was fabulous and life-changing. And yeah, state of flow is the clearest path for me. And because I'm not allowed to plan and I like to control things, that's where my crochet and jewellery projects come in, because I can plan those. Can control that.
Good. Next video we got coming out should be our hike.
Yeah.
We'll try and get that done.
Yeah, because I've got
Okay.
that in my mind, so maybe we can work on that tonight a little bit. I've got some ideas.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
And then we'll go from there. But yeah, then we'll come back with another chat next week. Try and get
Yes.
these in on the regular, because these don't take much in terms of editing and getting them out. So.
Yeah.
All right.
It gets us into the flow.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.